Welcome to Mrs. Perna's class.
The Sleeping Gypsy by Mordicai Gerstein. Prologue. In a museum there hangs a picture by Heri Rousseau titled The Sleeping Gypsy. People looking at it wonder, who's the little girl in the painting? Why is she sleeping under the full moon in the desert? Is that a guitar next to her? Will she play it? Will the lion standing over her just sniff at her and wander off? Or will he eat her up? This book suggests some of the answers to these questions. The Sleeping Gypsy by Mordicai Gerstein. One night, Heri Rousseau dreamed of a girl walking alone across a desert. All day, the girl and the sun had traveled in opposite directions. Now, behind her, the sun silently descended. Before her, under a dome of darkening sky, she saw endless hills of soft sand tinted pink by the twilight. The girl came to a river. She filled her clay bottle with water and sat down on the warm, soft sand. From her cloth bundle, she took bread, sweet dates, and tart, salty cheese. She ate and drank. One by one, stars appeared. The girl picked up her mandolin, and as her fingers plucked and pressed the string, she sang. Her voice seemed to bring the stars closer, as if they were leaning down to hear. When her song ended, she heard its echoes singing to other echoes, which sang to others farther and farther, until she could hear no more. She lay down on the soft, warm sand, shut her eyes, and fell asleep. Slowly, shyly, the moon rose like a lonely eye, curious and watching. Near her feet, a lizard squatted, staring at her toes. A rabbit hopped up and waited, till she was close to the girl's face. A snake slithered up. "I've never heard a song like that," she said. "Where did this girl come from?" "Where is she going?" asked an ostrich who joined. "Why is she here?" asked the lizard. What's her name?" asked a young baboon mother. "Is she a lost tourist?" asked the moon. "Has she run away from home?" asked the snake. "Maybe she's a musician looking for an audience," suggested the rabbit. "Is she a princess looking for her prince?" An old tortoise dragging itself close. "She's mine!" roared a lion who leapt from behind a dune. He stood over the girl, his mane full of moonlight, and he sniffed at her hair. The ostrich then noticed a figure silhouetted against the sky. "Now who could this be?" she said. The others turned and saw it too. "Is it a tour guide?" said the baboon. "It's a prince. It's the prince," said the lizard. "Is it her audience?" said the moon. "I hope it's a lion hunter," said the lion. "Come to be eaten up." It was a man carrying a wooden case. He wore an artist's beret. "Good evening," he said, bowing slightly. "I am Heri Rousseau. We are all in a dream. It is my dream. The girl is here, as are all of you. So, I may paint a picture." He opened his case, unfolded an easel, and put a canvas on it. He squeezed bright worms of paint onto a palette. "You, lion, stay where you are. And lift your tail a bit. Baboon, stay to the left. Rabbit, move to the right, next to the tortoise. Ostrich and snake, raise your heads, please." "And what shall I do?" asked the moon. "Just smile and continue to do what you're doing," said the artist. The man studied the arrangement and began to paint. After a while, the baboon, not able to contain her curiosity, scampered around behind Rousseau to see how the picture was progressing. You've made my nose too big," she said. said Rousseau, and he scraped her out of the picture. The snake then had to slither over and see for herself. "You made me too fat," she said. Rousseau erased her too. The rabbit and the tortoise joined the others. "The girl is too ugly," said the tortoise. "My ears are too short," said the rabbit. "Make the guitar bigger," said the ostrich. "I think it should be smaller," said the lizard. Rousseau ignored their comments as he did all criticism. He simply scraped them all out of the picture. Only the lion stood still and proud in the moon's light. "Paint my mane beautifully," he said, "or you will be my breakfast." The hours passed. Heri Rousseau stepped back from his painting, tilted his head to the right, and squinted. "I'll finish the painting in the morning," he said. He wiped his brushes and repacked the easel. "Good night, and thank you all," he said, bowing to the assembled creatures. The animals watched him disappear among the dunes. Then they too wandered off, each in his or her own way, each toward home. All except the lion. He stood watch over the girl until the first flare of sun appeared on the edge of the desert, and then, in Paris, Heri Rousseau awoke, and the girl and the lion and the desert all faded away. Rousseau stretched, got out of bed, and put the finishing touches on his picture. The end.